I who thought of this? I don't know, but good for you. Hi guys, my name is Alex. I'm a sex coach. Welcome to the video, sexy people. Today, I, as a sex coach, am reacting to an article, which is the 10 weird kinky sex acts that you should try. I'm gonna see, as a sex coach, if I recommend any of these sex acts because I've read the first couple and they're a little bit crazy. So that's what I have in store for today. If that sounds interesting and you wanna learn about sex and what you should do in sex, then let us begin. Number 1 is the Pop Rocks blowjob. So I think you can kind of gather what this is just by the title. In case your childhood didn't involve seeing how many Pop Rocks you could fit in your mouth at one time during recess, these rock-shaped candies do this weird but pleasing sizzle thing when you put a bunch of them in your mouth. Now imagine feeling that sensation all around your member as your girl goes down on you with a mouthful of them. Trust us, she'll be into it. Especially if you buy the strawberry flavor, because everyone likes stuff that is strawberry flavored. So I have not ever done this, and I guess I could recommend it. It's going to be quite interesting, quite messy, I would think. Who thought of this? I don't know, but good for you. All right, moving on from that one, because that one was a little bit out there. Number 2, electric shock foreplay. Okay, so I guess you gotta buy a taser, just taser your partner and just go to town. Give your foreplay an added spark by using an electroshock sex toy like the Violet Wand. These toys give off low-grade, non-harmful electrical vibrations. It's stimulating and exciting anytime you introduce an unfamiliar feeling to your body. So turn on one of these bad boys to get things jump-started. So I need to check out what this Violet Wand thing is. Metal electrodes for the most intense players. Interesting. So I would just say be careful with this one. I mean, the thing with this one is that if you are that desperate for variety in your sex life, then you guys are insane because you've probably tried just about everything and now you're moving on to this. Electroshock foreplay, I've never tried it. You could do it, but I would just say be careful. Probably don't do it near water or something because you might have some kind of electrocution risk or something like that. Maybe just cover yourself in lube and stick a fork in an electrical outlet. Might do the same thing. Number 3, the warm ball dip. Okay, if you're a fan of ball play, this one is going to make you pretty happy. Dip your balls into a cup of warm liquid. Tea, hot cocoa, or warm milk are great for this. Okay, so make sure the tea has cooled down to like almost room temperature because that is not going to be very pleasurable if it's like hot cocoa. This is odd. I don't know who thought of this, but you know, again, good for you for the creativity. And you know what this does is just kind of emphasize how creative people can be and how there are infinite possibilities when it comes to sex and sexual pleasure and the variety that comes with it. And variety is an extremely important thing in sexual quality. So good for these people. Then have your woman blow bubbles into the cup using a straw, kind of like a jacuzzi for your ball sack. Okay, interesting. Wouldn't have ever thought of it on my own, so good for this article. Number 4. Roadhead is not just for teenagers. Getting some fellatio while you're out on the open road should definitely be on your sex bucket list. This one is best executed on a long drive where there aren't many stoplights or much traffic, unless you crazy kids don't mind having an audience. So you're pairing kind of public sex with roadhead, which, yeah, it could be fun. I personally have not ever done it. I don't know why. And now I'm starting to think, like, am I missing out on something? Yeah, what this will do, especially the public thing, is be extremely mentally stimulating. Because there's that kind of like excitement of like you might get caught or you're doing something wrong or all these other kind of hosts of things. And those psychological things, the atmosphere that you can create in your mind during a sexual experience, those are the biggest enhancements you can possibly do to a sexual experience to make it better. So definitely stuff like that is going to be intriguing, kind of keep you in the moment, keep you immersed in the experience. That is how you have better sex. Number 5. Butt plug pony. Some dudes are really weird about getting their back door involved when it comes to getting kinky, but closing your butthole for business really means that you're missing out, especially since there are a ton of nerve endings back there that are way pleasurable when stimulating. If you want to feel extra manly about it, let your partner insert a butt plug with a tail, then bang her like the wild horse you are. Interesting. I didn't think we would get into furry stuff by number 5, but here we are. Yeah, I think actually butt stuff is kind of shunned by a lot of men without even trying it. You don't have to do butt play, but I think the emphasis that I can give as a sex coach here is to try new things, experiment, and don't knock anything until you try it, because being open-minded, being kind of experimental in sex is just going to lead to better sexual outcomes in the future. How can you know what you like unless you try it? It doesn't have to be crazy stuff like this, but just in general, try new things, especially with a partner that is willing to, because you guys are going to connect with that. You guys are going to kind of come together and be closer because of these experiences you have together. Number 6, the vampire ass bite. Okay. Ever see an ass so fine that you literally want to take a bite out of it? Taking an actual chomp out of an ass will probably result in assault charges, but taking a nice big nibble that doesn't break the skin is completely fair game. In fact, it'll be pleasurable for the both of you. So I don't know how we went from horse tails and butt plugs to just biting your partner. I don't know why they have to call it the vampire ass bite, because you're not actually like breaking the skin to make them bleed. It's just like biting. Yeah, biting is pretty common in sex, and if you haven't tried it, then definitely do it. It's this kind of like mixture of pleasure and pain, and I think it's a really good activity to do to kind of get yourself into the sexual experience. If you want to bite someone, then do it, but be reasonable. Don't like make them bleed like this. Do a light bite, but there's something primal about it, and it kind of gets you more immersed in that experience, and the more immersed you are, the more your partner will be, because they see that in you, and there's this kind of like immersion reciprocity, if you will. Number 7, ice cream cunnilingus. Think of it as an ice cream social for your partner's clit. The cold temperature will feel extra good on her, and she'll taste like whatever delicious ice cream flavor you opt to use for this one. Not to mention that leftover ice cream will make an ideal post-shag snack. So again, this one's kind of basic, I guess. I don't know how we went from Pop Rock's blowjob, electric shock, and a warm ball dip to just biting and then ice cream cunnilingus. Yes, this is going to be fine. I mean, you can use an ice cube. These kind of hot and cold type things are great physical things to try. They could spice up your sex life, be something intriguing, something exciting. Like I said before, variety is extremely important in determining sexual quality, because boring sex is bad sex. And if sex becomes routine and is predictable, it becomes boring. And what happens when we have a boring sexual experience that's routine? Our mind starts to wander and think about other things. And if your partner's mind is wandering during sex, then they're not being pleasured to the fullest extent, right? They're just kind of doing the motions. But if you add something like this that adds intrigue, excitement, kind of pulls them back into the experience, makes it fun, then no longer are their brains wandering thinking about other things. They're now immersed in that sexual experience, and that way they can experience the full encompassing pleasure that sex can provide. Alright, number 8, etch a sketch nipple play. Take turns with your partner and treat each other's nipples like they're the knobs of an etch-a-sketch. Draw a self-portrait, a butterfly, a race car. As long as you twist them like you're working towards something, it's all good. Any day you can make 90s nostalgia sexy is a good day indeed. Pretending their nipples are the controls of an etch-a-sketch is interesting. I mean, if 90s nostalgia makes you just absolutely turned on, then go for it. I completely approve. This could just be nipple play. I don't think there needs to be the Etch-a-Sketch thing. Yeah, okay, moving on. Finger blowjobs. Before you ask, no. Receiving a finger blowjob doesn't replace the real thing. Basically, it's a reenactment of a blowjob done to your fingers before the actual event. Think of it as a sneak preview of what your woman will be doing to your dick with her mouth later on. It's really, really hot. Yes, so this is actually a pretty good one, because it kind of like, it's a turn on, right? You're simulating the sex without actually being the sex. It's kind of like a foreplay thing, and it's a great arousal builder, great for priming your partner that's going to do the blowjob to get aroused and ready for the sex, and it kind of primes the receiver of the blowjob to be ready for the sex and kind of get aroused and into it. It's just another one of these things that is psychologically stimulating, mentally stimulating, that's going to lead to better sex. So yeah, I like that one. Finally, number 10, just the tip, clit rub. It's both of your sensitive parts rubbed together to create a strange but extremely pleasing sensation. Take the tip of your dick and slowly, gently rub it up and down her clit. Using lube will further help your cause. Yes, so I don't know how, again, we went from the first like 3 to these basic ones. Yes, this is just another kind of simple thing. It's not that kinky at all. It's not weird like the article is titled. But yeah, just do these different things. Try new things. Be explorative. Is explorative a word? Explore in sex, do more things, be open-minded, and your sex life will improve, especially if you do these things with the same partner. Alright, so that will do it for this video and this article. So I hope we learned something, hope we found some of these things informative, some of my analysis informative. That is why I'm here. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing, like the video, leave a comment down below, your favorite weird kinky thing to do, and I will not judge you at all, and I will probably try everything you write in those comments below. So anyway, get out there and have amazing sex. Bye, guys.